don't know how well this will show up on the camera and in the video, but this is the crankshaft out of the 750 Norton Atlas that I got up there on a bike lift at the moment. I was riding it the other day, and that confirmed that there were noises the owner was talking about. So anyway, long story short, the engine's out and totally stripped, and as I've already demonstrated in another video, there was quite a lot of play in the big ends. So anyway, here's the crank. There's quite a bit of heavy scoring, more so on the timing side than the drive side, which usually you find on these sort of bikes is the other way around, because this journal's closer to the oil pump and the oil supply getting pumped into it on the timing side. But anyway, it's going to need a regrind. The drive side also, although it's not as bad, it's going to need attention. Now it's already on minus 20 thousandths of an inch, so I'm hoping that there's another undersize to go. And here's the conrods and the big end shells, and that's the timing side pair. And this thing really was lining itself up ready for the big bang, because these little bits of metal here, that one and that one, they are the tangs of the shells that are supposed to stick out and locate into the notches in the conrods and the conrod big end caps. So they had broken off completely on this side and were just sort of loose, and the shells themselves were quite sloppy in the conrods, so I was just hoping that maybe the conrods and caps will be okay. But we'll try new shells in them anyway if we get an undersize suitable and see how they fit. So we don't need to worry about them just yet. But the crucial thing is I think we caught this one just in time, because it's in a bad way. Even this side, the drive side, although not so badly worn, it's still very badly worn. And something doesn't quite stack up here either, because the mileage on the bike, which I think was 22,000 and a few hundred, was assumed to be correct and original by the owner. But someone's been in there before, because I don't know again whether this will show up on the camera too easily or not, too well or not, but I can just make out someone's scratched TS for timing side into that conrod, and they've got DS for drive side scratched into this conrod. So Norton's wouldn't have done that, because Norton's actually use punch marks to sort of tell you which way round the conrods and the caps go, and then just next to the punch mark is the letter D for drive side. So they're the factory markings, and likewise on the timing side we've got a T and a dot, and a T and a dot. Whether you can see that, I don't know, but they're there. So certainly the factory wouldn't have gone scratching marks like that onto the conrods. So this engine's been apart before and dismantled and rebuilt, obviously, because the shells are on minus 20 anyway, so the crank has already had a regrind or two. And now we'll find out now if we can get another regrind on it. Like I say, hopefully we should be able to, because you can usually get down to minus 30 on most of these things, and with any luck that might just about grab us what we want. Some of the scoring is quite deep on this one, but fingers crossed. I'm going to take it and the crank I've got for a BSA 650 up to the guy that does the regrinds, and let him have a look and see what can be done about it. That will be the next step anyway.